Thank you, Mr. Dam. Mr. White, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to be here. We had hoped that the brand new minister would come out as well, but telling from my experience of finding the way here, I have every understanding that in his first days in office, he has to concentrate on different issues, although I know that the union government is focusing with a high priority on these energy issues. I'm happy to be delighted here to inaugurate, together with our partners from USAID, the first international conference on large-scale grid integration. For India and for Germany, renewable energy is a key concern and one main focus of Indo-German cooperation. India, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Modi, is vigorously pursuing the agenda of clean energy with an ambitious target to install 175 gigawatts of renewable energy by 2022. We are all aware of the challenges to overcome for the success of such missions. Let us look back at Germany in the year 2012, if I may. A country with few natural resources and also dependent on fossil fuels. In 2012, Germany imported fossil fuels worth 93.5 billion euros. Crude oil catered to 1/3 of Germany's energy requirements. At the time, the costs of fuel imports was spiraling upwards incessantly. This meant dependence and a huge burden on the macroeconomy of the country. At the same time, domestic debate grew significantly after the 2012 meltdown at Japan's Fukushima nuclear power plant. What were the findings of 2012? A current power supply with hardly accessible costs and loss to the environment and mankind. The inference we drew from that: Germany must completely overhaul her energy policy to remain successful. And the decision was taken, called, as you all know, Energiewende, the energy turnaround. Energiewende has two major elements: a drastic increase in energy efficiency and a massive expansion of renewable energy resources. What is Germany's benchmark for the energy turnaround? The target is to get 40 to 45% of all electricity consumed in Germany from renewable energy sources by 2020 and 80% by 2050. And by 2022, the withdrawal of electricity generated by nuclear power plants. We are aware that this carries a price tag, a huge price tag. Estimated investments for the Energiewende in Germany are more than 550 billion euros. The electorate wasn't told that in advance. The road to our Energiewende is thorny, but we have a clear consensus in Germany that there is no way back. The interim result is it was worth it. After 5 years, renewable energy comprises 31.7% of the electricity consumed in Germany. And it finally paves the way for us to become a world leader in the field of renewable energy through better technology and increased efficiency. I am confident that in the end it will give impetus to Germany's competitiveness and secure a high level of quality of life. That aspect we must not forget. And last but not least, Germany makes its contribution to the international climate goals. So let us take a look at India. India, too, is heavily dependent on fossil fuels to meet energy requirements and is facing immense challenges. About 25% of the Indian households are without electricity connection, and India still is the third largest emitter of CO2 in the world. The challenge is not only to provide electricity to every single household in the country, but also to cater to the needs of a strongly growing economy along with strong population growth. The need of the hour is to set the priorities right. The answer does not lie exclusively in coal, oil, or nuclear power generation. The solution, I believe, lies in an intelligent energy mix. There's one additional difficulty, the uncertainty in the world economy before the backdrop of the international financial crises, increasing costs of raw materials, and of course inflation. However, there is also good news. According to an international prognosis, there is a shift of the center of gravity of the world economy towards east and south. OECD describes the phenomenon as a shift of well-being. Here, energy definitely has a key role to play. We need a concerted effort of all stakeholders to get there. We all, as Mr. Damm already said, have no patent remedy. Apart from government, the private sector still is the main stakeholder towards green growth. The green energy sector will grow for sure, and it will hold good opportunities for Indian, German, and international enterprises. Let's turn to India's energy turnaround. Germany is proud to be a reliable partner in this mission. Both countries keep a close and fruitful dialogue under the Indo-German Energy Forum, the IGEF. The German government committed up to 1.4 billion euros through our KfW Development Bank and 10 million euros for technical assistance through our GIZ for developing transmission infrastructure for renewable energy called green energy corridors. Integrating such a huge quantum of variable power into the existing grid requires specific knowledge and skills. A roadmap is needed to design new policies, i.e. regulatory, capacity building, and market measures for India's power system. Let me congratulate the efforts for creating such a platform. This is needed. My congratulations to GIZ and to USAID for doing this. For the next 3 days, I gather more than 100 speakers from all over the world will be presenting their latest research and ideas in the field of grid integration. I hope that this event leads to an establishment of peer-to-peer networking of Indian and international experts. I wish you very fruitful discussions and a success to this conference. Thank you very much.